Section 48 of the Lincoln Storybook by Henry L. Williams. The Negro Home or Agitation. Read for LibriVox.org by David Fetterman. Lincoln was admitted to the law practice in 1837. He went into partnership with John F. Stuart. The latter elected to Congress, he united his legal talents with S.T. Logan's, a union severed in 1843, as both the associates were aiming to be congressmen also. Not being nominated, the consolation was in the courts, with Judge Herndon as partner. It was from this daily frequentation that the latter was enabled to write A Life of Lincoln. An old colored woman came to them for legal aid. Her case was a sad one. Brought from Kentucky, Lincoln's natal state, by planter Hinkle, he had set her and her children free in Indiana, not fostering the waning oppression. Her son, growing up, had the rashness to venture on the steamboat down to New Orleans. His position was as bad as that of an Americanized foreigner returning into the despotic land. He was arrested and held for sale, having crossed a Louisiana law framed for such intrusions. A free Negro could be sold here, as if never out of bond. There was little time to redeem him, and Lincoln, whose view of the institution had not been enchanting, seized the opportunity to hit, and hit hard, as he said in the same city, on beholding a slave sale. The office was in Springfield, the capital, and the State House was over the way, while Lincoln continued to question and console the poor sufferer. His partner went over to learn of the governor what he could do in the matter. But there was no constitutional or even legal right to interfere with the doings of a sovereign state. This omission as regards humanity stung Lincoln, always tender on that score, and he excitedly vowed, "By virtue of freedom for all, I will have that Negro back, or a 20 years' agitation in Illinois, which will afford its governor a legal and constitutional right to interfere in such premises." The only way to rescue the unfortunate young man was to make up a purse and recompense a correspondent at the city below, to obtain the captive and return him to his mother. Such cases, of more often fugitive slave matters, were not uncommon in the state. Lincoln was already linked with the ultras on the question, so that it was said by lawyers applied to, afraid as political aspirants, "Go to that Lincoln, the liberator. He will defend a fugitive slave case." End of section 48. This recording is in the public domain. Recording by David Fetterman.